It looks like John Cena is on his way back to WWE this summer, so right away in the comments let me know which dream opponent you want to see John Cena compete. We're talking all of that and more. This is Restaurant bringing you today's top 5 wrestling news and rumors. Drop a like if you have been enjoying the coverage, and let's get right into it. So many name changes in WWE as of late. Surely there's a reason for it, and that reason is Vince McMahon, as he is back to his old ways. It was reported on the Wrestling Observer newsletter that a memo was sent out after Vince McMahon decided that he no longer wants wrestlers using their real name, and he doesn't want them using the name they used on the independent scene. This is why Walter became Gunther, Raquel Gonzalez is now Raquel Rodriguez, Austin Theory for whatever reason is now just Theory. He didn't drop Austin because of Steve Austin, he just dropped it because Vince McMahon woke up on the wrong side of the bed and decided, I can no longer call you the same name that you've been using in the independent scene and that people been knowing you for. Same thing for Raul Mendoza. Because his first name is Raul, he's now known as Cruz del Toro. It was noted that the memo only applies to the newer wrestlers, so this obviously doesn't affect someone like Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, or Ronda Rousey, or Cody Rhodes, and so on. Those are basically their real names, but at this point they're established superstars over the last 10 to 20 years, so WWE is not going to do anything about that. Up to why Vince McMahon is doing this, the Wrestling News.co ended up bringing up an interesting point, stating that it is likely because of AEW. There have been so many superstars jumping from WWE to AEW, and they are basically keeping the same name because it's their real name, and WWE just doesn't want that. WWE loves owning things, and this is basically one of those things. Tony Khan is set to make a massive announcement next week on AEW Dynamite, and it could be a huge signing. There are a lot of top wrestlers right now that are free agent, but there are some good speculations and rumors of what else it could be, and that is that it could be related to either a broadcast deal for Ring of Honor, which of course will be huge and will ultimately make Ring of Honor that second major brand under the AEW banner. With Tony Khan owning it, it's kind of clear that this is the route that he is headed to, so that announcement could be next week. Or the other big speculation is that it could be a streaming deal for AEW. This is obviously something that a lot of us been waiting for. The biggest rumor out there from the Wrestling Observer is that it could be a streaming deal with HBO Max, which would definitely be massive, with how many subscribers HBO Max already has and how accessible AEW will be, similar to WWE but on Peacock. Sticking with AEW, on our main channel we ended up discussing the fact that the AEW console video game could be coming out later on this year. We are still waiting for confirmation, but AEW currently lists September 22 as the tentative date for the release of its video game. This ended up being reported by Fightful Select. Of course, check out our Wrestling Games channel if you guys want more information in regards to it. I'm excited for it. I'm enjoying WWE 2K22, but the more wrestling games that we get, the better, the more we get to play. Switching it over to WWE, it looks like once her honeymoon is over, WWE is gonna be ready for Alexa Bliss. A PW Insider ended up reporting that WWE's internal roster rankings for the women's division on Monday Night Raw, in the top babyface they have, of course, the current Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, and on second place is Alexa Bliss, meaning that once Alexa Bliss comes back to TV, she will be pushed as the number 2 babyface in the women's division. But the interesting thing about Alexa Bliss is that she doesn't really have to be a babyface or a heel, so she could go against Bianca Belair right away, and that is very likely to happen. And if you're wondering about the heel side of things and who WWE consider it to be on top, then of course Becky Lynch is number 1, followed by Carmella, and then Selena Vega, which is a bit odd because Selena just got squashed, so I guess Sonya Deville just took that position right there. Regardless, based on the reports, it looks like once Alexa Bliss is back, back, WWE is gonna be giving her a big push. I am wondering if she's gonna be coming back and doing those therapy sections, which was supposed to lead her to the goddess gimmick returning. Talking about returns, it looks like John Cena is headed back to WWE later on this year. After losing to Roman Reigns last year, John Cena went on social media and indicated that he will see the wrestling fans soon once again. And according to new reports from Brad Shepard, so do take this with a massive grain of salt, John Cena is expected to make his return to WWE television in late June of this year. No other details were given. We don't even know who he's gonna be facing, but if he is making that return by that point, then it's likely it's because he's gonna be having a massive marquee matchup at SummerSlam, which is gonna happen at the end of July. Let me know down in the comments below which dream match you would like to see John Cena compete in. If he does end up making his return this summer, drop a like if you enjoy our wrestling news, our rumors and reports. Stay savage, and I'll catch you on the next one.